You know, I have slept on this a couple of nights. I have tried to wrap my mind around it, my arms around it, and I just can't. The more I think about it, the worse it gets. This is so unfair to CeeDee Lamb and so wrong-headed by Jerry Jones. So let's reiterate quickly. CeeDee wore number 2 at Oklahoma, and I'm sure he would probably want to wear number 2 in Dallas, except the NFL dictates wide receivers wear 10 to 19 or 80 to 89. So he says, he chooses, he even tweets, I'm choosing number 10 in honor of DeAndre Hopkins, because remember, CeeDee grew up in a Houston suburb called Richmond through the early years of DeAndre as a Houston Texan. It was his idol, his role model, the player he patterned himself after, and who actually his game fits the best is DeAndre Hopkins, okay? But here we have Jerry being Jerry being a little kooky, a little off-kilter, and a whole lot of runaway train, because we have Jerry, who played with a teammate named Jerry Lamb, who was a receiver who wore number 88. So let's see, we have Jerry Jones plus CeeDee Lamb equals Jerry Lamb, because Jerry Lamb became a close confidant and lifelong friend of Jerry Jones. He passed, did Jerry Lamb, last December. So on draft night, Jerry thinks it's a sign from above that all of a sudden CeeDee Lamb falls from number 6 on their draft board all the way into their laps at 17. And he sat back on draft night. He told Todd Archer of ESPN, and after the smoke cleared after the first pick, he's thinking, oh my God, this is fate. This is destiny. I'm going to have CeeDee Lamb wear Jerry Lamb's number to pay tribute to my friend, confidant, and teammate at Arkansas. And obviously, CeeDee Lamb has no idea who Jerry Lamb is, because nobody does. That was a great team. 1964 Razorbacks won the national championship, went 11-0, beat Nebraska in the Cotton Bowl. Okay, we get that. But Jerry is not thinking clearly that while 88 was Jerry Lamb's number, it's also the most hallowed number in Cowboy history. It's Drew Pearson, Michael Irvin, Dez Bryant, and now the message is, son, you're on a Hall of Fame trajectory. We're giving you 88, and welcome to the Hall of Fame in 20 years, or whenever it's going to be. It's wrong, because it's not what this young man who just turned 21 years of age wanted. Why would you heap that on him, that pressure, that expectation? Do I believe he can live up to? I told you. He can stand up and live up to it. He's the best receiver in the draft. But why tempt fate? Why not let him earn his way into Cowboy lore by actually performing on the field? He hasn't taken one snap in the NFL, and you're bequeathing him 88 just because you're thinking it's Jerry Lamb's number, when no, it's worn by one Hall of Famer, Michael Irvin, and another who should have been in the Hall of Fame years ago in Drew Pearson. Dez had a Hall of Fame stretch for 4 years before he hit the wall. But again, we're talking about historical greatness that's been heaped upon the head of this kid when he does not want it. So, Jerry, you did something no owner's ever done. Your great first-round pick, your bonanza of a first-round pick, your hit-the-lottery pick, you're saying, I'm going to put 88 on you whether you like it or not, because I don't think CeeDee liked it. And you didn't let him become who he wanted to be, DeAndre Hopkins. Jerry, once again, out of line.
Skip, I agree 1,000% with what you said. Jerry, you want to honor your former teammate, your former best friend. That wasn't his wish. His wish was to wear number 10 so he can honor DeAndre Hopkins, a guy that he felt modeled his game after, a guy that he idolized. Skip, even though he might have not explicitly said it, the implicit, oh, I would want if he'd be amenable to wearing 88. Skip, if you want to honor your friend, do like what Mr. Kraft. Mr. Kraft had the MK, who was his wife who passed, had the symbol. I think it was stitched on their jersey. I think they stitched it on his jersey, Skip.
Yeah.
You can petition the league to do that, Skip. Do that. What if Mr. Kraft would have said, you know what? My wife, Myra, her favorite number was 83. 83. Some receiver they draft, N'Keal Harry, that was Myra's favorite number. Won't you wear that number? Because I want, Skip, that's what he did. That's what he did. He took him and him wanting to honor someone and bestowed it upon this man, even though that wasn't his wishes. Skip, I understand, Jerry, that's a very close friend of yours, and you should be able to honor them how you want to, but you shouldn't force me, or you shouldn't force that on someone else that says, well, that was his number, and I'm giving you that number. Skip, that's wrong. But that's Jerry. He doesn't get it. He doesn't see anything wrong with it, Skip. He's like, well, I drafted a kid in the first round. I'm going to give him a ton of money. So, let the man live his life. He said he wanted 10. If he'd have wanted 88, Skip, no problem whatsoever. If that's what he wanted. But I believe players should be allowed to choose their number. Man, this is so wrong with Jerry Jones. I don't care if you paying that man $100 million. He's earned it. He went to school, went to high school, did well, got a scholarship, did well. He got drafted. Don't bestow what you want on him. Let him live out his dreams. Skip, I'd have been so disappointed if Mr. Beaver said, I want you to wear this and not let me have 84. I'd have been very upset, and I wouldn't have done it. I'd have got another number. No, you're not finna tell me what. No, I'm grown. But that's Jerry. But like he said, Skip, I'm the entertainment here. You do what I say, and it happened again. But this is wrong with Jerry.
Exactly. So I got to read one of my all-time favorite weird Jerry quotes about Jerry Lamb. Jerry says, let me tell you one thing. If CeeDee's got the compete and heart of that Jerry Lamb, he'll be bad to the bone. I've never heard the word compete used as a noun. If he's got the compete of Jerry Lamb, competitiveness, compete was a verb. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm giving you a little grammar lesson here because Jerry it's a Jerryism. If he's got the compete of Jerry Lamb, he's going to be bad to the bone, okay? That's weird. So I looked up Jerry Lamb's stats last night for the 1964 Razorbacks national championship team. Shannon, as a receiver, and again, this is in the era of run the football, 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Right.
Jerry Lamb, for the whole season, 11 games, he caught 16 balls, 16 passes for 213 yards. My friend Terrell Owens once caught 20 passes in one game for the 49ers, which happened to come on Jerry Rice Day, but he caught 20 in a game. Jerry Lamb caught 16 in 11 games, and Jerry Jones is saying, if he's got the compete of Jerry, and I'm sure Jerry Lamb was great. I'm sure he was a team leader and a tough guy and a tone setter, but he caught 16 passes.
Skip, can I ask you a question? Did they draft receivers? Did receivers play in the NFL in the 60s? Because if he had so much compete, why didn't he go to the next level? Guys that can compete, got that compete in them, guess what they do, Skip? They ascend to the next level. Guys that got that compete in high school, they go to college. And guys that are good and got that compete go to the NFL. I never heard of Jerry Lamb. I mean, Jerry Lamb.
I didn't either.
Man.
Yeah, like Lance Allworth or Don Hudson or Boyd Dowler.
Yes.
I know those guys. Those white guys from the 60s. I know those guys. I'd never heard of Jerry Lamb, but Jerry Jones loves him. And now CeeDee Lamb is carrying on the 16-catch legacy of the great Jerry Lamb. Way to go, Jerry Jones.
Skip, and you selected a guy with the 17th overall pick, and you're wondering if he has the compete of your former teammate. You probably should have figured that out long before you selected him. If he got to compete. Huh? Skip.
Yeah.
Man, Jerry just...
You know what? I agree with you. You know, I was thinking of this last night as I thought about this topic. Did Jerry Jones really even know who CeeDee Lamb was on that Thursday night draft night? Did he watch tape?
Lamb.
Again, I'm a University of Oklahoma football fan, so I watched every snap CeeDee took for 3 years at OU.
Yes.
I